Hey, Tom, can you take out my trash?
Take out your trash. I'm taking out your trash all the time, baby. What are you talking about? Sure, of course I take out your trash.
Okay, good.
What about your recycling? You want me to take out your recycling?
Yes, and make me some coffee and do me some food.
Make you some coffee and some food and some water and some Miralax.
Yeah.
And wash the toilet and wash the shower.
And massage my neck.
And massage your neck. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Me too.
So, Amanda, we've been doing this work together, you and I, for about 10 years, right? Performing?
Yeah.
But now this isn't performing,
No.
although we are performing right now.
Yeah.
And we're performing about needs.
Yeah, we are.
And the reason we're performing about needs is because
Because we both need stuff.
we both do need stuff. That's true. I need money.
And I need help.
And you need help. And you weren't having help for a while.
No.
And so that...
And so we decided to merge our two needs into a mutual beneficiary.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you just said. Sometimes that happens. We are creating a period for Amanda to bear some of her own weight, to stretch, to use her legs and feet and hips and knees, to exchange some amount of weight with me. For as I am having her lean into me, I am also leaning into her. To proceed to the toilet, the adaptive stroll. This is one of those improvisational moments when we are immersed in the process of discovery, exploring the use of her legs, of gravity, of support, that is always new and gathers our complete attention. The walk on the wild side.
When it's all said and done, making art from this saving time and energy,
Makes more of less.
there is a need for expression, the need of community.
By having our voice recorded, our image framed, we see something new.
Experience.
Why show cleaning? Because it cleans. Because it celebrates cleaning. It puts it in a frame, and cleaning is a need.
By talking about it, maybe we can do it again later.
Every time I work with you, I respond to what you do. It never happens the same way twice.
Now we perform
the need
for this work.
Boss, ma'am, your ladyship,
This is what I need.
why do this work as art?
Life work.
Why video and photograph getting up out of bed?
Doing the adaptive stroll to the toilet or the shower.
Poop and pee and cleaning up in life.
As artwork, what art is there in life work?
The personal is political.
Can we say it as poetry?
What is this life of needs?
Of disability,
Of limitation?
of breathing,
Of being human?
making meals,
Fulfilling needs.
taping trucks onto streets,
Dumping trash, running the recycling, doing the laundry, rinsing out the urine from pants and shirts and towels,
spraying them with vinegar, letting them soak in the shower, rinsing them again, wringing them out, and hanging them on the shower wherever to dry.
then spraying the shower down with cleanser and rinsing the smell of urine
Down
the drain. What does this have to do with art?
Quality of life Is this you or someone in your life? We are all temporarily able-bodied on our way to limitations. What does this need say to you?
There are always questions which Tom asks Amanda.
Sometimes to our annoyance, but to Tom it's a need.
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Are you okay? Are you balanced? Do you feel safe? How does this taste? Does this look right?
On those days when I don't have help, I wake up and immediately feel the urge to pee. So I try to get my covers off towards the foot of my bed. Then I attempt to wiggle and wrangle myself off my bed. Most of the time, I don't make it. I end up peeing on the truck that tipped my bed. On the rare occasions that I make it to the floor, then I'm going to grab a truck from the bedside commode, which does not work for me, and put it underneath my butt without leaning too far in any direction. If I do lean too far, then I'm on the floor with a big puddle of pee. If I manage to get the truck underneath my butt, then I'm still not out of the woods. If I happen to shift positions, or if there is a lot of pee, it'll get on the floor. After I'm sure that all the pee is out, I rip off my diaper. I either put it on my bed or on the bedside commode, along with the pee soaking truck. Then comes the task of getting into my wheelchair. Getting into my wheelchair, if I'm in the bed, is a lot easier than getting in my wheelchair from the floor. When I'm in bed, I get my legs over the edge of my bed. Then I struggle to get the rest of my body to sit up. It usually takes at least 3 or 4 times to get me up. Once I'm up, I unplug my wheelchair and get in front of me. Then I pivot and sit. Getting into my wheelchair from the floor is considerably more challenging. If there is a pot of pee on the floor, then I grab a truck from the bedside commode and I'll try to mop it up. Then I'll unplug my wheelchair and drive it away from the pee. I used to be able to get in my wheelchair from the floor with relative ease. Now, however, I think I would just go into the bathroom on my knees while driving my wheelchair in front of me. When I get into the bathroom, I attempt to stand there and get onto the toilet. If I don't have socks. For this will be a breeze. Once I get onto the toilet, I'll pull my wheelchair up and get as close to the toilet as possible. Pivot and sit. I generally sleep in the shirt I want to wear that day. However, if I get pee on it, obviously I need to change it. I do this by buttoning on the shirt on my left shoulder so I can get it started over my head. Then I grab the shirt with my left hand and pull it over my head. Then I wiggle my arms out while I'm sitting on the toilet, or once I've managed to get in my wheelchair, I'll take some wet wipes and do my best to clean from the pee. Put it on iron so it's easy. I just put in my right arm first. Always do the right arm first. Then I just pull the shirt around up to around my elbows, and then I guess my left arm in. This involves biting on the shirt, and then I get my head in. I typically wear loose-fitting shirts on the days when I don't have help because it's a lot easier. Getting on pants and diaper is a heck of a lot easier in the cooler months than it is when I'm hot and sweaty. I sit up in my chair, in my wheelchair, and I grab a diaper and some pants. Then I put my right leg in and pull them up to the knee. Then I work on my left leg. Once I've gotten them to my knees, I drive my wheelchair up to the wall and get it to where it's facing it. Then I arch my back, getting my butt off the seat. Then I pull them up through both my diaper and my pants. Get a little bit twisted, mainly on the right side, but that just goes with the territory. If you want to, I'm fine with you sitting on my bed. If you need to.
If you want to, you're fine with. She's fine with you sitting on her bed. If you want to or need to. Okay. Is that good? See, I repeat what she says too.
Not all the time.
Okay, so I'm gonna hang this up.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, not all the time, I hope.
Now you always.
Not all the time, I hope.
Not all the time. He doesn't repeat me all the time. No.
I hope.
That would get a little tedious.
Oh yeah. And annoying.
So I'm going to go back and cook.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Still got that to do.
Please turn off the light.
Amanda, what's the matter?
My social worker threatened to call the ACS on the Adult Protective Services because she thought I didn't have enough help.
Why didn't you think you had enough help?
Because of the urine smell in my apartment, and also, yeah.
Do you think you had enough help?
I think I was. I think I would help. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was fine. Yeah.
Were you working it out?
I was in the process of working it out.
What would it mean? What would happen?
It would mean that she would come in and make a determination about whether or not I would get to live in Battery Park.
Well, I thought living in Battery Park was one of the things that you love because of where it is in Asheville and...
I do. That's why I'm so pissed off. She was going to try to take women independence.
So she was gonna take away your independence, and that's really important to you.
It's crucial.
It's a part of your community.
Yeah.
It's also part of your creativity, isn't it?
Oh yeah. And also, she was going to put me in a nursing home, which is where a lot of the COVID cases are. And my mom wouldn't be able to visit me in a nursing home, which would suck. I would miss her, and she would miss me, and we both go crazy with missing each other.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Amanda. I'm really glad that you're angry and feel what you're feeling, and I'm glad we're doing this.
Me too. Tom, didn't you used to take care of your brother Bob? And didn't he need stuff from you?
Yeah.
And
he did. Yes.
Was it similar to what I need?
Yeah, it's real similar in a lot of ways. I mean, Bob wasn't able to tell me what he needed as much as you are, which is really great about working with you. when I work with Bob, it's like I would take care of him and I would come up with stuff.
Yeah. Whereas I'm more, I can communicate better.
Well, and not only that, but it's like you know what you need. He was much younger than you are. I mean, I started taking care of him when he was 14, and we did this to 23. And my mom had taken care of him before.
And she probably spoiled him a little.
A little bit, a lot. And, you know, I worked constantly at asking him what he needed, but he didn't really know what the hell I was talking about. He was like, what? Needs? Which is kind of the way I was when I first found out about needs. I went, needs? But I think that you've been studying this stuff for a long time.
Well, I've needed to educate myself when I went into college. It was the first time my mom wasn't with me, and it was my first time being away from her. Because I had AIDS in high school that helped me when she was working and stuff. But she always came home at night and helped me get ready for bed and do stuff like that. So when I went to college, I kind of needed to know how to do stuff on my own. And so, because in college, I just had 8 in the morning. I got myself ready for bed in bed, which I still do now.
So you just said that when you were in college, you had an 8 in the morning? And then the ready for bed thing was all up on you.
Yeah.
But you were a lot more able at that point, right? You were younger and more supple and alive. Now you've gotten old and stiff and crotchety like me.
Hey, I'm not as old as you are.
You're not as old as I am, but I mean, maybe you are as old as I am. I mean, when you think about all of the work that your body has to do to maintain you, that's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stiffness going on there, baby.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh? I never thought of it like that. People say I'm brave, but I just don't see it. I want to be normal. Normal. What does that mean? Normal for me is living a quiet life without needing to stand up for others whose life is way harder than mine. I don't want to live in a world where people need to fight for basic needs. We all deserve the right to survive. Sadly, we do live in a world that's unfair. I'm not deserving of pity or praise. No pity. There are so many people who have it so much worse. No praise. I feel like I can do so much more. I need to believe that life will get better, or go mad with grief and despair. Physicality. I've never really liked that word. To me it always sounds weird. Tom, why are you talking? We're supposed to do
Well, I'm not talking. I was just amazed by what you said. Physicality sounds so weird to you, because to me, physicality is what we're couched in, and that's the work that we do.
Well, I like doing the work. I just don't like the word.
I love the word because it's like it's you getting out of your wheelchair. It's what we do when we're walking, when we go down onto the ground, when you roll on top of me, when I roll
I get that
on top
but it's just
of you.
It's just the word physicality